You're watching KCOP-TV.
LA's UPN Channel 13.
Dean Weber, stay tuned for Benny Hill. Tomorrow afternoon, Charlie O'Donnell, 2 o'clock.
Not very loyal. Good night.
Man's best what?
This is the Channel 13 News Special Election Edition with Susan Shaw.
Good evening again, and what a night this has been. It looks like the real losers are the national pollsters who predicted a presidential race too close to call.
From Los Angeles, Newsline with Charlie O'Donnell.
Good evening. 2 California highway patrolmen shot and wounded on the San Bernardino Freeway. Lawmen are looking for suspects in a black and green Buick.
From Channel 13, Los Angeles, World Network News with Susan Shaw and Charlie O'Donnell.
The accent was on Latin success stories as President Reagan had lunch with Hispanic business and professional leaders in Los Angeles today.
Channel 13, KCOP, Los Angeles. A Chris Kraft television station. From Los Angeles, News 13 with Susan Shaw, Nathan Roberts, sports with Mike Chamberlain, and Mike McKay with the weather.
Good evening. Welcome to News 13.
Channel 13, KCOP, Los Angeles. A Chris Kraft television station. From Los Angeles, News 13 with Tim Malloy, Wendy Rutledge, sports with Mike Chamberlain, and Mike McKay's weather.
Good evening and welcome to News 13. At the top of our news,
brush fires rage as temperatures soar. The red flag fire alert is flying over
Channel 13, KCOP, Los Angeles. From Los Angeles, Tim Malloy, Wendy Rutledge, Mike Chamberlain, Mike McKay. This is News 13. Channel 13, KCOP, Los Angeles. From Los Angeles, Tim Malloy, Wendy Rutledge, Mike Chamberlain, Judy Jernad. This is News 13.
6 deadly tornadoes spun out of the Rocky Mountain.
Channel 13, KCOP, Los Angeles. From Los Angeles, Tim Malloy, Wendy Rutledge, Vic Jacobs, Judy Jernad. This is News 13.
And good evening, everybody. In 26 days, Americans will select a new president. And tonight, the two men who want that job met again.
Los Angeles, Tim Malloy, Wendy Rutledge, Mike Chamberlain, Judy Jernad. This is News 13. Los Angeles, this is News 13.
There are signs tonight that we may be headed toward another bloody summer in Los Angeles. Police still are searching for the gunman in last night's shootout in southwest Los Angeles. 2 people were killed and 3 were injured. May keep them in prison.
Los Angeles, this is News 13.
Today was sentencing day for Zsa Zsa Gabor.
From Los Angeles, this is News 13.
Good evening. I'm Wendy Rutledge.
And I'm Warren Alney.
Hello, I'm Kim DeVore.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ross Becker. Well, in the Watergate scandal, there was a so-called smoking gun. Tonight, the confirmation of Judge Clarence Thomas to the United States Supreme Court could be influenced by a smoking joint. Literally.
I'm very pleased to be here this morning to endorse the candidacy of Nate Holden for mayor of the city of Los Angeles. Call it deja vu, call it luck of the draw, but don't call Kimball Wood, the nation's newest attorney.
One is related to. Just a moment ago, I said Tuesday, wishful thinking. It's Thursday night. Good evening, everyone. Air Force One is in the air right now, and in just about an hour, Bill.
You're watching LA's very independent KCOP. This is 13 Real News.
Good evening, I'm Ellen Leva.
And I'm Ross Becker.
Live from the KCOP studios in Los Angeles, this is Real News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ross Becker.
And I'm Wendy Walsh. Tonight, a search fueled by outrage.
You're watching LA's very independent KCOP. This is 13 Real News.
Richard Nixon makes his final trip home to California. His casket arriving today at El Toro Marine Corps Air Station. Tonight, the body of the former president rests just a few feet away from where Mr. Nixon was born in Yorba Linda. That's where thousands of mourners right now are passing by, paying their last respects. Good evening, I'm Ellen Leva.
And I'm David Gonzalez. Ross Becker has the night off. We will take you live to the Nixon Library in Yorba Linda in just a moment. But first, a historic day in South Africa.
From the United Paramount Studios in Los Angeles, UPN News
13. Our top stories tonight at 10:16. Families weep in court. Dramatic opening arguments in the Oklahoma City bombing trial. At 10:03, fear grips two communities where young girls are the targets of attempted kidnappers. But first, another botched bank robbery ends in a shootout. This time, a controversial police unit is in.
From the United Paramount Studios in Los Angeles, UPN News 13.
Our top stories tonight at 10:07. Liftoff marks the start of a 10-month, 400 million-mile journey that will end with America's return to Mars. At 10:03, a study on road rage shows LA highways are turning into killing fields. But first, firefighters keep an eye on the wind as a brush fire breaks out in the Inland Empire. Good evening. It's 10 o'clock in LA. I'm Tawny Little.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Jimenez.
From the United Paramount Studios in Los Angeles, UPN News 13.
Our top story tonight, they terrorize the streets of the Southland. Their numbers in the thousands. The stories of their innocent victims are burned into our memories. Now, police are going after some of the most dangerous gangs in an unconventional way, not with bullets, but through the courts. Tonight, team coverage as LA goes after gangs.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. 10 o'clock in Los Angeles. I'm Bob Jimenez.
And I'm Tawny Little.
Live from the United Paramount Studios in Los Angeles, this is UPN News 13 at 7:30.
Now, live from Los Angeles, this is UPN News 13 at 10.
Good evening. I'm Tawny Little.
And I'm Alan Frio. Thanks for joining us tonight. An historic day stretching well into the...
You're watching UPN News 13 with Alan Frio, Tawny Little, Danny Romero with weather, and Newey Scruggs sports.
It's a terrifying...
Now, live from Los Angeles, this is UPN News 13 at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alan Frio.
And I'm Tawny Little. The search is on tonight for the suspects in a deadly home invasion robbery.
You're watching UPN News 13 with Alan Frio, Tawny Little, Danny Romero with weather, and Newey Scruggs sports. Now, live from Los Angeles, this is UPN News 13 at 10.
Good evening. I'm Tawny Little.
And I'm Alan Frio. Thanks for joining us tonight. After more than 5 hours, a police standoff has just come to an end finally. Tamara Iwer.
Halle Berry, she French kissed me and she said I liked it, so I just decided to keep it there.
News 13 starts right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Natalie Peugeot, in tonight for Lauren Sanchez.
And I'm Rick Chambers. Tonight, an exclusive. Tow truck drivers that listen to police scanners, finding out where the accidents have happened, then they show up with an offer to help.
Tonight, real-life Rambos, ready to take on suicide missions. Unit 13's going behind enemy lines inside the Green Berets.
Look off.
Bulging biceps, a killer 8-pack, a mini-mean fighting machine. Meet the pint-sized Arnie. And Baghdad bad boys. They're the spawn of Saddam. Unit 13 finds out why you don't mess with these ruthless rich kids. Ay caramba, Latin passion under the big top. It's the first of its kind. Why this show is guaranteed to get your heart pumping. A daredevil dirt guy. They call this jumper nasty. Tonight he's telling it like it is, the truth behind the bike. She's fast, powerful, and ready to ride, but will she get your engine going? Get ready for a 0 to 60 Thursday test drive. How to feel good naked. And oh, what a drag. UPN News 13 starts right now.
Thursday night, get ready to rock. Soldiers trained to kill and ready to do it. Armed to the teeth with only one thing in mind: destroy the enemy. Good evening. I'm Lauren Sanchez.
And I'm Rick Chambers.
Now, holiday fun up in flames. Campers scramble for safety. Crews getting ready for an all-night fight. We're live with the latest. And LA Cathedral ready to open, but not without controversy. We'll tell you why. Fill up, then blow up. A common mistake at the gas station that can kill. Plus, energy zappers. You won't believe the top 4 things that make you feel drained. UPN News 13 starts right now. A firestorm frenzy in Southern California. High heat and gusting winds fueling 3 explosive fires.
The big story tonight, ferocious flames tearing through canyons, scorching thousands of acres, homes threatened, and people told pack up and get out. Hello, I'm Maria Cuban, in for Gina Silva.
And I'm Kent Ninomiya.
Now, a fire rips through the hills of Glendale, forcing people from their homes and swallowing up hundreds of acres. 6 feet deep and still raking in dough. Unit 13 shows you how dead celebs are pulling in post-mortem millions. Is your child a little overweight? How to help them slim down before it becomes dangerous. And pastries galore. Where to get decadent desserts for super cheap. UPN 13 News starts right now.
A fast-moving fire roars through the hills of Glendale, scorching 1,100 acres, forcing evacuations, and it's not over yet.
The big story tonight, bone-dry brush fuels the flames and pushes Glendale into a state of emergency.
Now, we're crashing the biggest Tinseltown Monster Bash, from crazy clowns to dancing nuns. It's a Hollywood Halloween. Unit 13's taking Halloween to the extreme.
What is vampire sex like?
From drinking blood with vampires to a real-life seance, and you won't believe what they caught on camera. Candy overload, how to shape up the next day, and what you should never do on a job interview. UPN 13 News starts right now.
Happy Halloween. I'm Lauren Sanchez.
And I'm Rick Chambers. Let's take you right out onto the streets. Thousands and thousands of people all dressed up, and they've got someplace to go.
Now, another Heisman Trophy goes to a Trojan. Who would meet and rob an old woman for her bingo winnings? You're looking at them. Real-life horror on the set of Stephen King's new movie. Talk about bad Santa, this one's been arrested for assault. And guess what kind of work's been done on this guy? UPN 13 News starts right now.
A young college student shot dead during a robbery at his work.
Now police are looking for 2 gunmen responsible for his murder, a senseless killing. That's the big story tonight. I'm Michael Brownlee.
I'm Claudia DeFalco. Jennifer Gould is off tonight. Cops say what started out as robbery ended in cold-blooded murder.
Now, is Al-Qaeda behind the Madrid blasts? A new videotape may tell the story. Gut-churning details coming out on a bloody murder spree in Fresno. A race of losers. 15 robotic cars, more like 15 robotic lemons. Captain Stubing, your ship has come in. One of the world's largest cruisers sailing the Pacific. And piss off, a rattling roundup. UPN 13 News starts right now. Good evening, I'm Michael Brownlee.
And I'm Claudia DeFalco in for Jennifer Gould. First, breaking news out of Duarte.
Cops on the scene right now of a triple murder. Let's get straight to Christopher Hartle live with the latest.
Now, if this thief wins the lottery, it's because he stole it. Faster than a speeding, well, anything that flies. The Desert Inn is out. Nicolette's naked and ABC is sorry. And is that the Virgin Mary on that grilled cheese sandwich? UPN 13 News starts right now.
A performer on the loose riding the rap for a brawl at the Vibe Awards.
He's wanted for swinging a knife in the middle of a free-for-all. Who did what to whom? It's tonight's big story. I'm Rick Garcia.
And I'm Lauren Sanchez.
Last night's brawl edited out for tonight's delayed broadcast here on UPN.
Yeah.
I'm Rick Garcia with Lauren Sanchez in the My 13 News studio. And we're joining a pursuit in progress. Kevin Takumi up in Newscopter 13. Kevin, what's going on? Yes.
I'm Michael Brownlee.
I'm Lauren Sanchez, and this is My 13 News. A massive fire roars through a popular church.
The flame so fierce, firefighters never had a chance to save it.
My 13 News starts right now.
And no wonder the Bulls keep winning. They're hopped up on steroids. My 13 News starts right now. I'm Rick Garcia.
And I'm Maria Cuban. Who has time to see the judge when you have to go to the mall?
Britney Spears does a courthouse drive-by and loses visitation rights with her kids. Christina Gonzalez kicks off My 13 News with a story that goes from bizarre to worse.
Now, this is Fox News at 11.
Ever since I was born.
Leg is fair, and the other's balanced.
Wrong night. Nicely done.
Good night, everybody.
And you'll be here all week.
I'll be here for a couple more days this week. Good morning to all of you. Thank you for being with us Thursday, August 7th. Welcome to Good Day, LA. Vladimir Putin says, you sanction me,
And then saves another man's life. We have all the heroic details. Good Day LA starts right now.
And it's straight up 7 o'clock right now. I believe Alex is on jury duty of some sort, so we've got you covered. The latest here.
This is KCOP-TV, LA's UPN Channel 13.